Let's create a cool digital text effect in Blender with geometry nodes. First, let's open a blank scene and create a plane. The size doesn't matter, but I'll scale mine to match the size of the effect we're making, 5 centimeters. Next, add a new geometry nodes modifier, and we're going to start with a few simple nodes. Value to string, string to curves, and fill curves. Then connect them up in that order and plug it into the group output node. I want mine to be scaled and rotated differently, so I'm adding a transform geometry node after the fill curve with an X rotation of 90 degrees. Next, let's drag in our plane into its own geometry node, which will create an object info node. You can create that manually, but this is an easy way. From the object info node, drag out from transform and create a separate transform node. From that translation node, let's drag out into a math multiply. For the second value, you can input anything. I'm going to use pi. Then input that multiply value into the value to string node and set the decimals to taste. You'll notice that the value is 0, but if you move your object around, the value will change based on the object's position. Next, let's add another element to the string. Duplicate the math multiple and the value to string nodes, and let's connect them both into a join strings node. The delimiter field is what will be shown between the two strings. I'll use a plus. Drag out from the object info node's rotation socket and add a rotation to Euler node. Then plug that into the new math multiply node. Similar to position, this value will now change based on the rotation of your object. To make sure the effect works for duplicates, create a self-object node and plug it into the object input of the object info node. This will make sure it's pulling the values from its own instance instead of the original one created. The core of the effect is now done, and you can customize the values to your liking. For the callout line, I'm using a path curve with 3 points, set to poly mode. Select 2 points and press Ctrl H to hook them to a new empty. Clear your selection, and then select the other point and do the same. Give the curve a depth value so it's visible. Next, position your string effect near one of the new empties and parent it to it. Now you have an easy way of controlling the effect. Create a new emissive material and apply it to the curve. It won't work just applying it to the digital text, so hop back into the geometry nodes editor. Create a set material node and place it at the end between transform and group output. Select the emissive material and you're done, and you're ready to add it to your renders.